What is up, you guys? It's your spiritual fairy godmother, and I am back with another read. Okay, honey, period. I am taking personal readings. You guys can catch at me at money sign CapriceCooks. You can also email me or Apple Pay me at CapriceCooks@icloud.com. Alright, y'all, I work on energy. Energy is fluid, so this could be about you. This could be about the person that you're thinking about or anybody's thinking about you. Also, time is an illusion, so this could be about the past, the present, or the future, but somehow it's affecting you right now, okay? Alright. Spirit guides, ascended master, so family, twin flame family, please be here with me at this time, helping me receive the message to deliver to my Virgos for February 10th through the 17th. Okay. First two cards out, we got Uranus, a revolution, and complexity. It feels like shit is finna get real complicated. It feels like shit hitting the fan. That's what I'm hearing, like shit hitting the fan. It feels like we in the time of a revolution where it's kind of like, okay, you either gonna speak up or shut up, or put up or shut up. That's what I'm hearing. It's like, what do you have to bring to the table? Like, what do you have to offer me? I feel like stuff in your life is getting real complex, and if people can't understand that, if people can't be there for you, if people can't understand you and what you need, then I feel like it's okay to kind of remove yourself from that. You know, because I feel like you're trying to fit pieces together that don't necessarily fit. And I feel like it's making your life complicated. I feel like you got way too many people in your life. I feel like, yeah, change. There needs to be some kind of change. I feel like you're doubting certain relationships with people, and change the complexity. If a relationship is too complex, if it's too much shit going on, if it's too complicated, if it's too hard for you, that's okay, because everything don't gotta be hard. Everything don't gotta be hard. We can have a friendship, we can have a relationship and go through our shit and it still be what the fuck it is. But if I feel like this is becoming too hard for me to handle and I don't want to handle it no more, I have the right to remove myself. Whether it's good or bad, that's my prerogative. But either way, it's that feeling of believing that what's for me is always going to come back to me, because I know what the final picture is. I know what my picture makes up. So I don't have to try to force puzzle pieces to fit. I just know. You know, it feels like being in that energy of I just know. It's like a fly on a wall. You feel like a fly on a wall. Like, it's like you picking up on people energy that you're not even around. You don't even got to be around them. You don't got to be in a room with them. You can read it on a text message. You can just know what somebody is going through, or what somebody is trying to invoke in you, or what somebody is trying to make you feel. You know, it really feel like that. It feel like being put in a position of, do I stay or do I go? Like, do I treat you how you treat me, or do I show you better? Do I show you about yourself through me being a better person? Why is this Uranus card here? You got balance. So it feels like in order to start this revolution, like, you have to have balance between how you love yourself and how you love others. Because it feels like your heart is really, really big, that you'll give yourself to other people. You'll give your all to other people and leave yourself with not very much. But it feels like in order to start this new revolution, this new journey that you're going on in your own life, you have to find balance between loving yourself. You have to give yourself a couple days. If you know you're a person who can't just talk to people every day, if you know you're a person who needs alone time or needs space or needs interaction with people, if you know that you need time with your friends and they're not giving it to you because they're going through something, those are all boundaries that you can set. At some point you have to say, hey friend, I understand that you're going through something, but can you show up for me? You know, at some point you have to say, hey job, I've been loyal to this job for X amount of years or for this amount of months, and hey, I really need a mental day. I really need a day off. I really need a day to get myself together, to not be on the schedule so that I can handle my business during business hours and blah, blah, blah. It feels like wanting to feel appreciated, wanting to be given that break. You know, wanting to find that balance between working all day and seeing your kids, or working all the time and being able to see your significant other or your family, or, you know, going to school and studying all day but still having to work and pay the bills, or, you know, being a student athlete but still wanting to have your grades be on point, or wanting to be a political activist but having certain family beliefs, or being a certain person in the public eye but so you can't say certain things, or you know, whatever it is. But it feels like needing to find balance between appeasing the world and loving yourself, because a part of loving yourself is not always going to be appeasing to the world. It's not going to always appeal to the mass collective. People not always going to like the shit that makes you happy. People not always going to like the kind of shit that brings you joy, or that makes you feel free, or that makes you feel the most like you. But that's okay. It doesn't mean you have to completely shut people out, or not like people, or feel isolated, like nobody gets you. But at the same time, there is a healthy balance between feeling unique, feeling like yourself, and also kind of like altering yourself to fit to what other people like. Because for me, I could do these readings all day talking how I want to talk, and I'm the people who's supposed to watch my readings are going to watch them. But I can also calm myself down and speak respectful, so that all the same people who's already gonna watch my videos are still gonna come. But now I can appeal to an older audience, or a different audience, or a religious audience, because they don't necessarily want to hear all the cussing and stuff. So yeah, the same people who's gonna watch my videos was gonna watch them, but now I appeal to a different audience because I'm switching myself up. So it feels like finding that balance between not completely changing yourself, but also changing yourself for your betterment. You know, like changing yourself for the betterment of yourself, your self improvement. Why is balance here? Self esteem and change. Balance, self esteem, change. Okay. Change, 3 of Wands, waiting on change. Temperance, healing your self esteem. And then the Lovers with balance. Finding balance in your love life. Not giving too much of yourself away, or not trying to perfect your partner. You know, Virgos are very, very nitpicky. They're very much so perfectionists. They're very much so in their thoughts. They're not going to put out sloppy work, or they're not going to put out anything that doesn't fully represent them to the T. So for the Virgo, it's kind of like, I can't accept you being my significant other and you don't represent me to a T. Like, I need you to be exactly what I need you to be, right? But it's also being wise enough to find the balance in somebody not being exactly what you think you need, because sometimes people show you that they're exactly what you didn't need, or you thought you needed something, you thought you wanted a man like this, and then you recognize, hey, maybe I don't. So it's allowing people to show you that I could be something that you never knew you needed. You know, allowing new people into your life and not allowing new people into your space, and finding that balance between I can let you go, I can dispose of you, versus I need to love you, and I need to love you for who you are and where you are. It feels like a balance between letting people go. It feels like maybe it's very easy to let people go, but I feel like that's something that you're healing from. That's something that you've been taught over time, that it's easy to let people go, because people have easily let you go. And it's kind of like I'm healing that notion. I'm healing that narrative in my mind that it's easy for me to let these people go, because when I let them go, it's not easy. I'm sitting here feeling guilty. My self-esteem is feeling bad. I'm blaming myself. So is it really as easy as I thought it was to let these people go? Right? So now it's healing that. It's finding the balance between I did the right thing, and I can also see how maybe I could have done it differently. Right? Maybe I could have let them go or cut them off in a way where we communicated, or we talked, or we didn't get into an argument, or I just left, or I just walked away, or whatever. But it feels like healing yourself from shit that you can't change. This is shit that already transpired. This is shit that has already happened. This is shit that you just have to accept at this point. And with the 3 of Wands with change, I feel like this is you. You have your hand on it. You waiting on it. You know it's yours. But it's not time for it to be yours. You know, that dream, that goal, that thing that you're manifesting, it's not time for it to be yours yet. And that's okay. I feel like you're looking at other people, seeing them have that thing that you want, and it's just like, it's not time. It's not time yet. It feels like needing to kind of take that break and calm yourself and kind of be in that energy of like, okay. You know, it feels like that. It feels like, You know, needing to know when you need a break. Needing to know when you need to recuperate. When you need to readjust your energy or change your energy. recognizing when you are going through changes, whether it be your body, whether it be your mental space, your head space, um, recognizing when you're going through a different upgrade, or when you're going through something spiritually to change your manifestations. You know, recognize when you've upgraded, you got more knowledge, or you have a better mindset, or you have just more spiritual rank, you know, where you've done something, you've helped a person, or you've given a person a reading, or you gave a person a ride, or you uplifted somebody, you liked a person picture who usually doesn't get likes, or whatever it is that you do on your day-to-day basis. You smiled at somebody who really needed a smile. You know, I feel like you're starting to recognize just how pivotal your energy is to other people, and how you have to be willing to change your energy. You have to be willing to continuously be wanting to change, be wanting to be better. Hold on. Okay. So it feels kind of like distractions, or maybe things getting in your way, irritants, things just going wrong, being out of breath, accidents. It feels like needing to just keep your cool, like needing to just go with the flow, needing to just accept how things are happening in your space, needing to recognize that a lot of the stuff that you're going through is not even stuff that you're dealing with right now. A lot of this stuff is past stuff coming back up. A lot of this stuff is coming back up to the surface because it's ready to be healed with this temperance card here. The more and more you release certain things, the more and more your confidence will go up, the more and more you'll start to love yourself. I feel like you are ushering in change, but that change is not going to come overnight. It feels like you have to put in the work. You have to plant those seeds. You have to work hard on this dream. God is going to give you whatever you put in. So if you putting in 10 times the work, God is going to give you 20 times that shit back. But you have to be willing to put in something. If you only putting in a little bit, understand God's only going to give you back a little bit. But for you to be putting in that work no matter what, for you to be putting like whatever it is, even if you feel like, damn, this is not my best work, put it out anyway. Put it out anyway. Some people will tell you like, oh, don't put your name on it if it's not your best work, or don't. And you know, that's the thing that Virgos have to work on. Everything doesn't have to be perfected. When you trying to perfect something, I feel like you telling yourself that you're not good enough. Every time you nitpick, every time if you paint something, or if you make a mistake, or if you telling yourself that it's not good enough, say fuck that. Make some mistakes. Throw a couple things out there that's not your best work. Let people give you feedback. Let people tell you that you failed. Let people show you where you could do better. You know, so that when you spent a whole year perfecting this motherfucking craft and thinking that this is your best work, you put it out there and you don't get the love that you want, or you don't get the reaction that you want after you just put a year out into this, is because you didn't allow nobody to tell you what they did and didn't like. You didn't allow nobody to put in their input. You didn't allow yourself to fail. So now you put your all into what you thought was the perfect thing. But, you know, so it feels like, would you rather, over the course of a year, put out 4 different projects and get better and better each time, or would you put out one project in that year and then that shit flop? Because it's technically, even though it took a whole year, it's the same project as starting one project. Because with any project, you're gonna fail. You're gonna succeed, but you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail a couple times. You're gonna fail at something. So you have to be willing to fail and then get back up. You have to be willing to fail and then improve. Failure brings up improvement. Failure brings up your value. To me, If I fail a couple times, if I see somebody fail a couple times, but then they get back up and they do that shit and they kill that shit, I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna root for them. I'm gonna always root for the underdog more than I'm gonna root for the person that just has everything handed to them. That's because that's just how it is. Like, you can relate to people who have been through shit. You relate to people who have been through struggle. And not saying that it's not a struggle to have everything handed to you, because that's a struggle in itself. However, you know what I mean when I say what I mean. Okay? Anyways, Virgo, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I am out of here.